This is a significant issue. It's a significant threat to the U.S. airline industry. It's a significant threat to our employees.
Use subsidies to compete unfairly. But first,
the three carriers that we're talking about, Qatar, Etihad, and Emirates, are not just airlines. They're arms of the state. They are part of state policy to drive tourism and trade through the Middle East.
And briefly, as their names are announced, from the audience's right.
We never see anything like this. Who would ever contemplated two countries putting $40 billion of subsidies into three airlines? So behavior like that results in things that you don't see very often, and that's what's happening here.
And public radio audiences, and you can also follow this event on Twitter.
The harm is immediate, and the best way to describe the harm is the U.S. carriers essentially, except for 2 flights a day from United, American and Delta have exited the India market. And that's really pretty stark when you think about it. India is a very big country. It has a huge trade relationship with the U.S., particularly for IT.
Remind the audience about some upcoming speakers. 1 week from today, Garrison Keillor.
Essentially what these carriers have done is with subsidized government strategies come into the marketplace to basically shift the traffic off of us and take us out of the Indian market. And you think about it, U.S. flag carriers ought to be in the Indian market. American and Delta should be in the Indian market. But it's not sustainable when you have $41 billion worth of subsidy. It's very difficult, if not impossible, for us to be able to compete.
I'd also like to thank the National Press Club staff, including the Journalism Institute.
So when we put a 777 or a 74 or an A350 or a 787 on a daily nonstop across the ocean, it drives almost 1,000 jobs for each one of these carriers. And those jobs aren't here.
Or to learn more about the club, go to the website press.org.